All right, we got the recording going for YouTube. If you want to support, make sure to follow the channel. But we got these rivalry teams ready to face off in week 5. So let's see if both teams are ready. Of course, though, the overlay is not working. You can't win with this stuff. But we're gonna have to just do without the overlay. It was working earlier. But welcome into this rivalry match between Spartan in orange and Flop Reset Frantic in blue. This is week number 5, last week before the playoffs. And pinch just out. Holy there on defense. But Royalty gets the 50. Wasey almost scores, and Holy showing some good defense to start. But now McNutty trying to control, gets the touch. It's dropped out, and Holy containing the midfield. Nice pass. Chaotic kind of gets under it, and now Holy going to be tested again, although it's got to go backwards. A drop down. Holy is looking to be man of the hour. Holy continues on, gets the goal. He's playing defense, offense a little bit here and there. And so far looking good as he puts Spartan up by 1. Got the pop. Touch. Chaotic. Can't find the net, neither can McNutty. They are content with hitting the same spot on the backboard. Now Wasey trying to clear it. They're trying to get a little breathing room. They also are down by 1, but being threatened on another possible goal. But kicked out. Now Royalty trying to move it forward. They just can't find any footing. Tough to clear it. Tough to get an opportunity for offense. So far, good spacing from Spartan. But trying to cut through. McNutty keeping it in play. Only can't get a demo or a touch on that one. Nice block. Senor Brightside is there, and maybe a little momentum that is needed through pure force, and he's hunting as well. And this could actually open things up, but that kind of fizzled out, and Holy has the easy save. Holy redirect at midfield. And what is up, Lucas? Welcome to this casted match of rivalry between Spartan and Flop Reset. Spartan in orange, Flop Reset in blue. Our overlays just stopped working for a time. We'll have to see if we can fix it. But big demos coming out. Only a 1 score difference. Right side. Knocking on the door. This almost goes through. And despite a lot of pressure from Spartan Senor Brightside ties it up. And they continue fighting. And goes to show you, he could still be in a match, still contend. It might have been one-sided, but they held tough, only giving 1 goal. So we are tied 1-1 at 110. And might add another. Just bounces around. Only has another save to his credit. Backboard, good pass. Just no one there. 51 seconds left. McNutty gets a piece. Holy keeps it to the corner, and that's a big demo on the backside. McNutty can't get a touch there. And now they're trying to clear it. Big pop, but even better. So Senor Brightside has really done good for his team. And it's usually the one leading the charge. And we expect to see his name quite often. And especially if his team still win this one, they're gonna have to rally behind him. But 1 apiece. Are we going to OT? Big clear. Might be a shot chance. That's gonna drop down. So game 1, OT. Chaotic. Can't get a touch there. They're trying to clear it out. Holy. That's gonna drop low for Lacey. Who now could possibly get the double. McNutty was in a rough spot. Instead, we're going the other way. And high up. Right side. Able to follow through. We got 50s in the corner. Holy strong touch upward. And it hits the ceiling 5,000 times. Almost led to a shot. But solid defense from both of these teams. Is there a breakthrough? Royalty with the save. Now, Holy, by 1, by 2, might have an open net. He rips it too strong. Put a little too much heat on that, but luckily he's got McNutty following through and seals the deal in OT. Alright, we gotta figure out why Barl isn't working. Alright, so we gotta I don't know why it's not working, but Barl was working earlier today and just seemingly said no. Yeah, that defense is crazy. I don't know. If I join back, does it give someone else like permission to change the map, or will I still have control? That's the question. But I don't know, so annoying that Barl is not working. It was working earlier, literally. Well, just someone has to change it. All right. I don't know. We could see. All right. Wait, it's not. Yeah, Barl just doesn't want to work today. I don't know. So we just continue on, I guess. Kind of syncs with the without the overlay, but what can you do when it doesn't want to work? But what a shot. Chaotic firing first. And just a mention to anyone, Spartan Aries up 1 in the series. We do have Barl. It's just it's on its own time frame here. But we can still spectate. We still got a match here. And Chaotic down to Holy, who's going for the bump, not ready for the pass. But keeping it to the corner. Now trying to clear it. And in comes Chaotic, almost sneaking that goal through. A lot of pressure from Spartan Aries. Seemingly got a jump start from that game 1 victory in OT, as they've come out swinging. But we've seen good defense from both teams. And flop reset, a team in blue, they have provided good defense as well. They've hung tough even when being pelted with shots, and you just can't count them out. They're down by 1, but all they need is one opportunity to tie it up. I can't 1v1 you right now. Maybe later if you follow the channel. But we are casting this match of rivalry. We got 2 teams here in a best of 5. Spartan Aries up 1 in the series. Ignutty flipping or flicking, but he might have an open net. Trying for the fake. Perhaps thought about it too much. And there comes a shot. And we gotta quickly check. I got 3 saves from blue side. But we do talk about defense, and here's an opportunity, almost scoring. And how they do it. They survive the onslaught, but make the most of their opportunities. And it's a similar game from game 1, where Spartan Aries definitely put forth quite the effort, quite the offense, but then they let a goal through, and here is a similar stance. And you gotta give credit to flop reset. They do make the most of their opportunities on offense. So at 2 minutes, we are tied 1 apiece. But nice pass, although I see going for bumps, not ready for a pass. McNutty by 1, only 50, and demo would have been clutch there as Chaotic waiting. But touch, and Wasey almost gets that redirect to throw everyone off. A minute 30, and could go either way. Both teams hunting for that next goal. That's 50'd out as Chaotic venturing back. But this could be an opportunity. They have good positioning. Royalty just keeping it. Now McNutty gains possession and 50 around. But now we're seeing positioning a little messed up for both teams. They're playing a little too close. Not ready to follow those 50s. And that is the result. Played too close off. You can't follow. Chaotic to Holy, who probably didn't want that one, but didn't have a choice. And big 50, Senor Brightside off the backboard. And Royalty looking for an answer, almost finds it. It was almost the goal you thought. But instead, do we have another OT? Chaotic! And what a shot. 5 seconds left. Oh. That might have sealed this. What we're doing right now is a casted match between these two official teams. We got Spartan Aries in orange. Flop Reset, Frantic in blue. Flop Reset. They're trying a little magic to tie it up, but Spartan Aries, they get that clutch goal. 5 seconds left. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working, but they're not gonna do it in time. There's no way. Yeah. All right. Game 3 is here. And Spartan Aries, they are up 2. And it's not updating for me on my manual end, but Spartan Aries up 2 in the series. It's 2-0. I know you can't see the overlay, but they're in a best of 5, so match point. They win this, they seal the series. Meanwhile, Flop Reset in a must-win situation. They need a good start. Can they get it? Nice pop. Almost there. But that's going to be an open net. And Chaotic going to take full advantage. Happy to get that start. And just makes it that much tougher. Alright. Well, they agreed, so we're backing out. At least I'll get control. But I mean, credit to Spartan Aries, their team sports. Technically, they could just keep playing because goal was already scored after 15 seconds. Or is it even any seconds? I think as soon as someone DCs. Alright, let's clear it up in big sportsmanship. 0 apiece. And hopefully we're all good to go. DCs suck. Never fun. But this is the true spirit of Rocket League. And once again, this is week number 5, so before the playoffs. Spartan Aries are undefeated, and that's certainly a big reason to play, but even more credit to them being sports. And that's what the league is all about, getting better, having fun. But Spartan Aries take the first goal. And that's a high bouncer. On your bright side. Hunting around, gets a bump. Big 50 going out. Chaotic somehow able to fly in the air. Hang with it. But Chaotic on target. Wasey there for the save. And dropped in front of net. But flop reset down by 1. They gotta muster everything. Can they do it? Well, that's going all the way back. Wasey is gonna opt not to collect boost. Staying with it. Ball over boost. You gotta respect the decision. Holy. Good pass midfield. That's chipped away. Royalty trying to clear it out. Holy doing a good job in the corner. Although Chaotic, what the heck was that? He reverses and almost gives up possession into a goal. And does make the save to kind of make up for things. Here comes Royalty. You thought Royalty was dead. Inside jokes. Nothing against them. But Holy gets the touch to the side. And Chaotic is gonna be just wide. And it's gonna bounce around ping pong. And McNutty has the angle from the left side. And halftime is here. And Spartan Aries looking good in command. For overlay purposes, it is 2-0 Spartan Aries, the team in orange. In game and in the series. Oh, Chaotic turning on this one. McNutty gets a touch, but that's almost a goal. Somehow Holy answers the call again on defense. Has been absolutely clutch with the saves. Pass and McNutty full intention, no boost. We saw a flip reset right right there, bouncing off each other. McNutty on a weird wide angle as he floats in there. Well, he can't get a touch, but he's given a second chance. And 50 in a round. You know, our bright side can't get a touch. This should be a shot. Ignite opting to play safe. That's going down. Wasey might have a pass. And instead he just 50s the hell out of it. Wasey. Very much needed goal on a crazy angle. But now lead dropped to 1. Can they find a little more magic? Holy hanging around in front of net, almost drops it through. Chaotic with the fake challenge. And a high pop actually on target. But to the sky and no one's there. But it leads to a goal and hold the phone. Senor Brightside ties it up. Spartan Aries in a little trouble here. Although these games have been very close. If Flop Reset can turn the tide, get a win, you never know, because it could have been in their favor. It's bouncing around.
This is chalk.
This is chalk, but Chaotic finally puts it through, and another late goal. The previous match, they scored with 5 seconds left to steal the game before OT, and seeing a little more magic here. But we're looking at Flop Reset in blue. 10 seconds. Can they tie it up? They're putting some pressure. They send the house, and that's actually in. Royalty, how does he do it? They gave it all. Royalty actually scores, even though he looks like he's about to save it. And OT is here. Just kidding. Maybe, perhaps. There's a bump. Kept alive. That's gonna die. Oh, it almost goes in. But Royalty definitely clearing it, but it's still up. Hold your breath. You might die. That's actually still up. And OT is here. 3-3. OT. Again. McNutty to the ceiling. Will this be a different result for Flop Reset? They are battling out here, giving it all. These games have been so close, only decided by 1. It could easily be a different story as Wasey scores an OT and they get a win. They are still alive. And what a comeback. They were down 2 in the game as well. But I got permission. Change the maps now. I'm in command. Although we still don't have an overlay. Alright, so it's 2-1. I'll manually do that. And that's that. We can't even manually put it up. That's just chalked. Alright, what is this custom? Alright, ignore that. That overlay is terrible. Alright. So, the series score, we'll keep reminding you guys. Series score, it is Spartan Aries 2, Flop Reset Frantic 1 in a best of 5. So flop reset, team in blue. They are trying to tie it up, bring it to game 5. As we're in game 4. Can they do it? Or does it go to a victory for Spartan Aries? And we saw a little momentum shift. This is an open net and shot through AC. Starting the scoring off right. And what a shift. They have gained confidence from a win. And now they're up by 1. Holy. Double down into the net from a little help from Royalty on the other side. But how could he predict? What a shot from Holy. And it was very hot in the beginning of the series. Fizzled a little bit, but there you see a little more magic from Holy. And when his team needed him, but Royalty is there, and Royalty has stepped up big in the series as well, helping to contribute a game win and staying alive. And so far right now, giving that lead back to flop reset. McNutty, what a touch. He's ripping that. It's a little too far. And you kind of wonder, chaotic downfield, getting the bump. Should McNutty have controlled that one? Or just put it on target would help. But what a touch, and Holy, he's going to step pad that save, although looked like it was in. He's there at the last second. Chaotic getting bumped. He thought he had that all day. Instead, had a random team or random opposing member in his way. And we're seeing a little bit sloppy play from both sides. This is where the mistakes come out. Who can be consistent? Mr. Brightside rips that, and it's bar in. You can't get a better shot than that. And up by 2. Flop reset. Gaining a whole lot of momentum, a whole lot of confidence. They want to bring it to game 5. And gotta say, what an effort they provided. But McNutty on the left side, just get him away from the left side. Holy smokes. He had another chance to score, and somehow he does not. And they need something here, down by 2. But big challenge. Senor Brightside might have it, but that's gonna get kicked out. Royalty moving forward, just waiting. He's running out of time. He wants that boost. And off to the side. Gonna stay in that corner for the last minute. Flop reset, looking for something that's actually open. And Chaotic able to do it because Chaotic's on the left side. But 3-2, this one is not over just yet. Spartan Aries, they were able to get a counter goal. Chaotic, that's going to be a little too wide. They're trying to tie it up. We see a little momentum shift. Well, that's going to bounce around. And missed opportunity. Could have been a goal for flop reset to seal this game. They need to win this game. But instead, it's only a 1 score difference. And you can't sleep on Spartan Aries in the last minute. They've had the ability to score late. And you gotta keep eyes on if it will happen again. What is up, Kumi? we are casting this match. So welcome in. Unfortunately, the overlay doesn't work, so that is unfortunate. But if you're just tuning in, Spartan Aries trying to tie it up. They are up 2-1 in this best of 5. They're the orange team, and what a demo. They tie it up. But flop reset, the team in blue, they're trying to bring it to game 5. This is game 4 currently. They had the lead, but Spartan Aries fighting back. They're trying to seal this victory. Maybe steal this game, actually, because they've been down. Can they do it? Where does flop reset? Bring it to game 5. A little smoke screen there. Trying for the bump, but Holy sacrificing to get that out. And this is, I believe, a third OT out of 4 games. We're here again, and that just speaks to the competition of both of these teams. Holy just gonna try and drop one in. Imagine that's how it ends. I mean, sometimes it'd be like that. But a lot of momentum has shifted in favor of the blue team flop reset. And certainly Spartan Aries don't want to give them more life. Chaotic tracking it down. There's opening here. Holy gets the pop and forcing one to miss, and tactical fake by McNutty. That's in front of net. Going down. Who's tracking it? Nutty gonna turn on this one. And an awkward touch. He actually gets it, but Chaotic could be in a rough spot, but he is bailed out. And if you are flop reset, you'd like to maintain that possession. You had the numbers. Could have had a chance to make Chaotic a little more awkward, make him panic a little bit, but instead, possession given up, and he gets an easy save. But that one is a good shot on target, bouncing around somehow, not in. And there's the answer. They had a lot of time to put this on. And where was Spartan Aries? Well, there, there we see a little of what happened. But game 5. Oh, yeah, Bacchus. But I mean, Barrel usually works fine. You don't need Bacchusmon, but I don't know. Of course, we get into a cast and it's like, nah, we're not working. Happened like one other time. Alright, lobby reset again. Did all that work to change the map. Although, none of my overlays are working, so maybe it's a Streamlabs thing today. Because I usually have like a pro chat map, or a pro chat overlay that combines YouTube and Twitch chats. But no, you cannot join this match. It is a private match between these two teams. Chavito, what is going on? Sorry for the delay. We're casting the match, so. Alright, never mind. There. Uh-oh, we got a little substitution here. Not Flash filling in. Game 5. They unleash Flash for game 5s. That's how they do. But after the series, you could join. How's that? But we're in game 5. This is the final game. Do or die for both teams. Who's going to take this victory? We don't really need the overlay too much here, as it's one game to seal it. And that's a strong shot. Royalty on target. And what a play. What a start. You got Flop Reset, Frantic, and Blue. They are fighting back, bringing it to game 5. They were down 2 in the series. But what an effort, and gets another from a redirect. Wacy continuing on forward momentum, and Spartan Aries in a tough spot. They are down by 2, game 5. They need a lot of momentum. But all eyes, and what a play. Everything just forming. Flop Reset almost gets another one. Although, that's in front of net as well. And Spartan Aries just bottled up. Meanwhile, good spacing from Flop Reset. And they got a player forward, ready for those redirects, ready for those 50s. And almost another one. Spartan Aries, if they let a 4th drop, we might have to say it's a wrap. You don't want that one going through. Chaotic gets the challenge, but in comes Senor Brightside. A holy big pop. Can he get a touch there? Cannot. And Spartan Aries, they've barely had any offense. They're trying to form something, almost gets a goal through. But they gotta speed up, ramp up the ante. And there is a little life, not Flash, on the board. And if you're Spartan Aries, definitely a rough start, but you score with 3 minutes left. Definitely not over. Plenty of time on the clock. But yeah, have to limit the mistakes. That's gonna bounce around. Not Flash. Wants that boost. He ran out of time. Only continuing on, almost on target. Wacy. I guess technically won't get credited for the save, but he kicks it out. And that one's given up. Now leading to a pass. Not Flash. Tactical fake. Chaotic. Followed by Holy. And there we have a demo, but not exactly clearing the way. That's a strong touch. Holy trying to keep it to the corner. And now that timer starting to get inside the head. Spartan Aries well aware they gotta get a goal quickly, but can't form anything. Not Flash by 1. Senor Brightside gonna get the boost. Gets the initial pop. Not Flash. There on the challenge. And big bump on the last man. Now it's gonna be not Flash who's carrying it. Maybe going the whole way. That's a big bump on the last man of Flop Reset. You see Chaotic. Right time to be a nuisance. And hold the phone. Down by 1. Spartan Aries still in this one, but that could be a chance on the corner. And Flop Reset They definitely want another goal for security. A little bit of their momentum has fizzled out, but it only takes one goal. On the other side of things, Spartan Aries, they have fought back. They've gained a little bit momentum, but time kind of running out. Down by one. Wacy is a little bit awkward, and Holy just puts it on target. Good things can happen, especially if the other team ain't ready for it. 3-3. I mean, we've had 4 OTs? Yeah, 3 OTs in this. I mean, how fitting would it be game 5 OT? But 30 seconds left. We might not even get to OT. We're looking at any mistakes that happen here. Holy by one. What does he do? He goes for the demo. And Chaotic thought he had a little more time. Wacy coming through with the save. Not flash. Very awkward. A little space, and that's going to be wide. And this could be a shot opportunity. That's a nice first touch. And drop down. OT it is. Game 5. Champions Field. OT. The overlay is cooked. But who is going to take this? It could go either way, and that's what we said about the whole series. Almost every game decided by one, and what a demo. It almost led to an open net. Spartan Aries being tested, and not Flash kicks that one out. Lucky for him, no one at the midfield. But you can see how Spartan Aries are playing a little bit crazy here. And they're trying not to make mistakes, but being very hesitant. And they finally kick it out. And now we have to see what happens on the defense of Flop Reset. As they haven't been pressured too much. But once again, all it takes is one goal. They're given plenty of time. Royalty just staying behind it. No boost, but let's steal that one. And drop down. Pushed up a little too far. Chaotic seals it in OT. And what a series. Just a little bit too close along the wall. Spartan Aries somehow, some way take the victory. And my goodness, what a series. That was a doozy of a series. Like I said, and I'll say it again, could have went either way. That McNutty guy whiffs a lot. Who said that? That was over on YouTube, right? But if anybody voted, someone voted. If you voted Spartan Aries, you are correct. So congrats to Spartan Aries for the victory, staying undefeated. But man, was it not easy. Give a shout out to Flop Reset Frantic for that monumental comeback and making every game very close. But Spartan Aries taking the victory, heading into playoffs. We're going to have to see what playoffs entail. But that's going to do it for this cast. Spartan Aries against Flop Reset Frantic, week 5 of Rivalry. And thank you everyone who followed. Subscribed on YouTube, of course. Chilled, chatted, lurked, all that good stuff. It is appreciated. But we will have this recording Posted on YouTube for anybody to watch back. And thanks again for tuning in. Have a good one.